are doing fantastically well today. Are you struggling in your career right now? Are you struggling in your career right now? If you are, this is a great opportunity for you to have a conversation with me about some of the struggles that you're having right now as it relates to your specific career. Oftentimes, I understand that people go through different things, especially as women in leadership, and they have perhaps positions that they are trying to receive promotions for, or they may feel like they are being looked down on because they are women, or perhaps they may feel like they are being bypassed in conversations that they should be included in. And I know sometimes these are struggles, and oftentimes we don't know what to do or what to say. And what I'd like to do just for a few moments is be able to provide some support to my amazing followers and the individuals who are subscribed to my channel, or perhaps following me on any of the social media platforms, to just help you on your journey and share with you just one tip that I have found to be successful whenever you are struggling in your career, in terms of what you can do to help you move forward, as I wait for people to join the live today. So one of the things that oftentimes comes up when people are struggling with their careers, and I see this a lot, I've experienced it myself, and I know several of my clients have experienced it as well. And typically when people are struggling in their careers, the number one thing that comes up for them, especially as women in leadership, is that they feel very overwhelmed. There is a lot of projects that they're working on. Majority of the clients that I work with are doing multiple jobs or responsibilities. They may be a woman in leadership with a very highly visible role, or they may be in a setting where they are taking care of family members, or they may even be in a setting where they're having to do additional responsibilities for whatever the case may be. And so when you're trying to advance in your career, oftentimes you have so much going on in your mind that it makes it very difficult for you to be able to focus on advancing and developing in your career. And so what happens is you become very overwhelmed. And it's almost as if everything is a priority when everything really is not a priority. Sometimes it feels that way, and there may be scenarios where there's several things that are priority, but everything is not. And so one of the things that have actually helped me to help my clients do better with this is to not be so overwhelmed. So hello everyone, hope you all are doing fantastically well today. This is an opportunity for you to talk to me if you're struggling at any point in your career right now. Learn from my over 20 years of experience as a C-suite executive, a manager, a director, and an executive coach, to gain some clarity on some of the things you're struggling with right now in your career. I will help you as best as I can and provide you with some answers that will help you on your journey. So if you want to get some support, I'm doing this for my subscribers. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, there's a lot of information here as it relates to confidence, developing your executive presence, and mastering executive communication skills. That is my forte. I will help you be able to communicate at a higher level. But for today, I know people out there are struggling. People are frustrated with the job market. They're frustrated with their careers. They're just frustrated. And I want to be able to provide you with some executive coaching support, and just give you some instances and give you some scenarios to help you and answer any questions that you may have. I appreciate y'all for joining. There's Cole that's present. It's your girl Raina is present, and a few other people. So I appreciate y'all for being here today. What are some things that you're struggling with right now as it relates to your career? Put them in the comments below. Let me know. I will provide you with any insights that will help you on your journey. I am coming from the level of a C-suite executive. So I've done a lot as it relates to career. I've seen very good things happen, very challenging scenarios happen. And if you are struggling with your career right now, this is the opportunity to ask me any questions that you have, and I will help you. I will give you some guidance. I will give you some sense of clarity, so that hopefully tomorrow when you wake up, you're in a better situation where you have a bit more of a roadmap in place in terms of how you want to manage those particular scenarios. Now, for those of you who just joined, I did share with you one of the main common reasons that people tend to really struggle with a question, struggle with the challenges that they have. And yes, go ahead and ask your question. Any questions you have, I'm here to support you on your journey. As long as it's relevant to anything related to struggling with your career, I'm here to support you. So one of the things, one of the actual challenges that comes up for people when they are feeling like they're struggling in their career is that they're completely overwhelmed. They have too many projects going on. They may be in a very highly visible role that requires them to do a lot. And also, they may be in a setting where they're taking care of other people. I know particularly for women in leadership, a lot of times they may have families that they're taking care of, or they may have some other responsibilities that causes them to be even more overwhelmed, in addition to the very highly visible roles that they have as leaders. So oftentimes, everything is not a priority. What I call them on my end is fires. Everything is not a fire. There are times there's fires and I need to take care of this fire really quickly, but everything's not. And so if you have a moment to just decompress and really think of what's the most important task that needs to be completed today, then this will give you the opportunity to be able to prioritize what's really important. And majority of the time, when you're very overwhelmed like that, the reason why you may be overwhelmed is that there's some aspect of your life, usually with ourselves, that we are not taking care of. And when we don't take care of ourselves in terms of self-care and defining those boundaries, I have a YouTube video series about boundaries that you should check out. It's very helpful to help you establish boundaries as a professional. This is what happens a lot of times. There are things get out of whack, we become burnt out, and we all become just exhausted, and we feel just overwhelmed. So I want to know from you, are there any scenarios, any questions you have as it relates to your career? Maybe you're trying to make a transition into a career field and you're in a different role right now, or perhaps you just need some guidance in terms of what to do. I want to be able to support you on your journey and help you as best I can. So this is something I'm doing for my followers and my subscribers here on YouTube. Of course, if you're watching the replay on any other platform, you're welcome to ask any questions here and let me know. I'll be able to look at the comments and I will respond to them and give you some insights. So have any of you ever felt like you've been overwhelmed? And if so, what are some things that you've done that have been able to help you not feel as overwhelmed when you are in a professional setting? This is an opportunity for us to learn from each other and get some insights about that. So there's a question about Brazil. So if you have something to share that people in Brazil actually do when they have these scenarios come up, especially as it relates to careers and etc., feel free to let us know. Be happy to learn more about another country and how they do things, of course. So I mentioned about being overwhelmed. That is one thing that people tend to struggle with oftentimes when they are struggling with their career. Another aspect that people tend to experience when they are struggling with their careers is not being able to communicate effectively. A lot of times people are not able to articulate their value and showcase their expertise. Oftentimes we feel like many people are in a situation where they don't like to talk about themselves. And I believe culturally, some of us have been taught, don't talk about yourself, don't talk about yourself. And in a way, it pretty much limits us to be able to talk about ourselves. So oftentimes we have a hard time sharing our value because we just simply don't know what to say, or we feel like, ooh, we shouldn't say that. We don't want to be braggy. We don't want to sound arrogant or anything like that. So I would just recommend for you to communicate. And if you need help with communication, that's why you're watching this channel. That's why you hopefully are subscribed to this channel so that you can master high-level communication skills. And if you need some additional one-on-one support, I will help you get there. I will help you feel more confident when you're speaking to everyone. Then just email me at info@exciteexcellence.org for that. So I want to know from you, anything that you all are struggling with right now as it relates to communication, anything whatsoever. And if you're watching the replay, let me know what your thoughts are as it relates to communication. So I'm going to share with you a special event I have coming up next week, and then I'll wait to see if I have any additional questions. If not, I'll go over and I'll summarize some of the reasons why people may be struggling in their career, just for those of you who have joined. The first is the reason why you may be struggling in your career is that number one, you're overwhelmed. Number two, you are not taking care of yourself. Number three, there is something going on with the way that you're communicating. Those are really the top three reasons why you may be struggling in your career. And once you're able to work through these challenges, you're going to feel a bit better about your career and the direction that you're going towards. Now, I do have a free masterclass that's going to be taking place next Monday. It is a interview preparation and a salary negotiation masterclass. It is completely free. This is something that many of you voted on here on YouTube and on different platforms that I have accounts on. And I want to be able to help all of the individuals, all the women in leadership be able to be at that higher level when they are interviewing for different positions. So that is going to be at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Monday. The space is going to be limited because it's going to be in the form of a workshop, which means specifically when you leave the interview, you're going to have the opportunity to ask me questions, learn from my over 20 years of experience as a C-suite executive, a manager and a director and a public speaker. And I've done hundreds of interviews. I will show you what to do and what to say and what not to say. So I want to make sure that you are being supported and so that you start quarter two off on the right foot. So if you want to join, send me a message here or contact me at info@siteexcellence.org. If not, I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the description as well so that you can go ahead and sign up for the free masterclass. And if you know a colleague or a friend of yours that may be struggling with the interview process, perhaps they feel nervous, they don't know what to do, then just let them know about the free masterclass. They'll get at least some value to help them on the journey. Now, where are the individuals that had a question? Let me check and see. So if there aren't any questions, someone asked a question. I am in the States, so that's where I am based out of. Let's see if there's any other questions as I was speaking. That's all that I see right now, which is fine. But thank you so much for joining. It's Dodge, I believe. Thank you for joining the live today. I appreciate you all for watching the video as well. Don't forget to sign up for the free masterclass on interview preparation and salary negotiation, which is going to be on Monday for women in leadership. And of course, as always, be able to learn as much as you can, learn how to communicate at that higher level, that executive level. You're welcome to subscribe to my channel to learn more key insights and learn a lot of information that people are not talking about on YouTube as it relates to executive communication, executive presence, and those higher level communication skills. Now, if you all don't have any questions as it relates to why you may be struggling in your career, then I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.